Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in this session today, we're going to mainly practice tranquility meditation, which we call Samatha Bhavana, and insight meditation, which we call Vipassana Bhavana. So another way we explain this as Samatha mental culture and Vipassana mental culture. So practicing meditation means you developing your mind, you uplifting your mind, and you make matured your mind. So when you matured your mind, that doesn't mean you develop of ability to think. But here through meditation, you develop the ability to have the clear perception without interfering of thoughts. So that is completely different way of that we used to be. Because normally we used to always think about something. And we have no idea how we can exist without thinking. That much we addicted to think. But when it comes to meditation, you allow your mind to settle down itself. So especially in tranquility meditation, in Samatha Bhavana, you allow your mind to exist itself without interfering your past and future thoughts. To do so, in the beginning, you have to have a primary mental object, because always mind need the object to settle down. Otherwise, it always go and catch something. So, as our primary mental object, we take our inhalation, exhalation, and follow the inhalation, exhalation in front of your nose and your upper lip area. So when it comes to meditation, it is better. First, you must know what you should not do, because it is not enough that what you should do. Why? Because sometimes you can make mistakes. It's like playing a game. So when you play the game, it is better in the beginning, you must know all the rules. Otherwise, even you may become a good player, but in case if you break the rules, what will happen? So same like that. So to get an idea about what is meditation, it is better you understand all the negations. So negations mean what you should not do. So one is, don't interfere with the inhalation, exhalation. Another thing is, don't think I inhale, I exhale. Or don't try to maintain and hold it like exercise. Just allow it to happen itself naturally. And don't add your past or the previous experience to the moment that you are observing inhalation, exhalation. And don't make any comments. So allow things to settle down itself. In the beginning, you focus your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area and observe inhalation, exhalation as it is. When the inhalation happens, recognize this as inhalation. When the exhalation happens, recognize this as exhalation. And if your mind settles down more, then follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. And sometimes you may experience some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold, like that. Just see it. If you see it, if you experience it, just recognize it. Otherwise, whatever that you feel, you recognize, just stay with it. And once the mind settle down, your body, breathing, thoughts, mind, this everything, when it come to one level, and it go out of the disturbance, you are not going to get disturbed out of any perception. So tranquility mind mean developing samadhi, mean you develop undisturbed mind. When the mind become undisturbed, that is where your mind become usable. So once the mind become usable, that means once the mind detached from thoughts or from past or the future thoughts, stay with the recognition. In that moment, you develop the vipassana meditation. Vipassana means deeply, thoroughly observe or seeing very clearly. So what you observe, keep the observation with the inhalation, exhalation, and from there, slowly drop that all the details on the surface level you used to recognize as inhalation, exhalation, long, short, heavy, soft, like that. Just follow the impermanent, recognize within inhalation, exhalation, or maybe entire your body, feel as one and feel kind of like a whole body breathing up and down like a balloon. So just recognize the impermanent, the moment of that you experience. Unsatisfactory nature, that there is no moment to settle down. Always it change itself. There is no any moment to think, oh, this is going to be good, this is going to be satisfied, like that. When you inhale, you feel good, but it's not going to be there. The right way it become exhale. Then when you exhale, you feel good, but it's not going to be there. Even whatever you hold as good. So as example, inhale, it giving you life. You feel comfortable. How about you hold it to it? What will happen to that? Then your whole body become tight and the heat go up and you feel uncomfortable. So recognize that. And the exhalation, when you exhale, you feel good, relaxed, comfortable. But can you keep that comfort? No, it's going to change. So recognize that. And selflessness. Within any feelings that you experience, there is no self for that feelings. Even the inhalation, exhalation, or outside perception or the form, it doesn't have any feeling, any form, any self for that. So that itself selfless, and your feelings itself selfless. So in between, if you hold it as, oh, this is good, or this is mine, like that, it's not going to be there like that. Anything in this world like that. That's why we just mesmerize ourselves and with the illusion and with the mirage and thinking, we putting seals and making certificate and, that putting kind of like a medals and identity and thinking, oh, this is me, this is me, this is mine, like that. But what will happen? That's all going to go away. There is nothing can hold by anything. So everything going to go moment by moment. Recently, remember that in Egypt, that 26 mummies they found out, 2,600 years old. That how about that? What they used to believe that way. Even when they die, they used to believe this all going to be with us. Today, someone else from this Western countries went and dig that earth and ground and took it out where they are now. So the same thing within us also. Deeply inside, we settle down ourselves with our feelings, with our ideas, with our views, and we feeding to that every day, thinking this is me, this is me, this is me, like that way. And it going to go in the samsaric journey like this. So that's why when you deeply observe, there is no such a thing like that way. So through the meditation, when you sharpen your mind, when you clear your mind, when you make your mind more clear, you're going to recognize that. That recognition itself help you to find the freedom and the liberation. So just keep practice yourself little by little, little by little. And while you're practicing, always remember, you are your own master. You are responsible for your own practice. So it is better you give your best for your practice rather than thinking about something else. So always be honest to yourself. Be faithful to yourself. So that have the self-discipline while you practicing. So that will help you to gain the right result. So with that, let's practice a little bit. Your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. Bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes. Say Patveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we are spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation, and then later observe the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within your inhalation, exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently breathe out 3 times, please, and bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area, and find the sensation. Observe inhalation, exhalation separately. Follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. You may experience some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just experience it and recognize. Accept it. Do nothing extra. Focus to the impermanent, selflessness, unsatisfactory nature within inhalation, exhalation. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Visualize yourself and send it as a light forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion. from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, during these days we keep talking about clear comprehension, sati sampajanya, or the direct perception. So, when it comes to life, if you just think for a moment, have you ever experienced a moment in your life without thinking or without thoughts? Even when you go to sleep, even when you fall into sleep, and sometimes always you have an inner conversation, cooperation, and keep talking, keep talking, whatever you do, in even 24/7. So why you never try yourself little bit, give a rest or shut down this inner conversation and allow your mind to little bit settle down itself? Because if you able to experience that moment, the life you see itself going to change. So remember, this everything is thoughts. The whatever the education or the wisdom that we say, and other thing is the information we gather, and the emotions, feelings. Another thing is that the all the stress and the unsatisfaction, fear, anxiety, these all thoughts. Who create that? So we are the one who feeding and accelerate and ignite that thoughts again and again, again and again. How? By thinking. So then, why you not trying little bit to experience the reality of the mind? Because reality of the true nature of the mind not go with thoughts. So the clear comprehension means that the mind settle down itself. So in that clear comprehension that we previously we talked about few information, the clear comprehension of purpose, especially the what is the real purpose, what you're looking for through this all the practice, and clear comprehension of suitability. So how suitable, is it profitable for you, or is it practical for you to do certain things in when you practice in day-to-day life? And today we're going to talk about So there are 4 details when it comes to clear comprehension. So today we're going to talk about the clear comprehension of resort, place. So when it comes to that, there are 2 ways, physical and psychological, environmental and psychological. So the place, resort, you have to have the right place to practice meditation, and you have to recognize it as the right place. Because in the beginning, if you get into the wrong place to practice meditation, maybe you get tired and then you're going to leave it. So then getting into the right place, and in the beginning, having a place that not disturbed and not busy and not that much sound, and even that incense or mosquitoes like that. In here in this country, in this area, we don't have that much mosquitoes, but like in our country, Sri Lanka, India, and if you go out sometimes, there are places. So then you have to recognize the resort. And also there are places, and I don't know how it happens, sometimes when you sit in that place, you don't feel good. But there are places, when you sit, you feel more comfortable and relaxed to practice in that place. So then you have to find like that. Even at home, if you try different places, you will recognize there are some places that you don't feel, that energy doesn't flow to practice meditation. But there are some places you have to try, you have to do some experiment at home and seeing that which place is good. Then you will find that. So once you find it, you have to keep practicing that place. That doesn't mean the place going to bring you the wisdom. No, physically, sometimes you feel comfortable. That is necessary in the beginning for beginners. So when you become a master with this clear comprehension, in any place you can practice. But this is a journey that before you get into that, how you go and reach to that. So with the places, there are 4 kind of places. What are those 4? And you want to practice meditation, and then you go to a place. Once you go to that place, because of that environment, anymore you don't want to practice meditation. You hate meditation. Maybe something happened and then you give up, and then you tell, I hate practicing meditation. So that is one way. So you go with the intention, because of the environment from outside reason, you give up. And another thing is that you go without any idea about meditation, and then once you go to the place, you start to understand, and then maybe you go the first time, you go with the friend and you have no idea what to do. But once you go there, and from that place you start to like it. And another place, and you have no idea practicing meditation, and you go there and you don't get anything, and the same, nothing happen. You go with 0 and you get out of the place with the 0. And the 4th place, you go to the place with the intention to practice meditation. In that place, you get the exactly right help for you to develop the meditation, and then you keep continuing. So those are the 4 places when it comes to clear comprehension of resort. That is outside world. So another way, the resort mean your mind is the best resort. Your mentality, your attitude, the way you like towards practicing meditation. So the mind is like the resort, another way, psychologically. So that is in the beginning that we talk about the outside environment, and now the physical mental condition. So that is very important. Why it is important? It like this. Sometimes that you have an idea to practice meditation and you keep practice it for a while. Then suddenly you go out. So as monks, they used to go for Pindapata for the village. That's how in the teaching it's explained, especially. And the monk go to forest to practice meditation, and then from forest for Pindapata for food, they go to village. Once they visit the village, and sometimes whatever they see, that perception stealing this meditative mind, and they go as a monk and they go as a practitioner with the vipassana practitioner. But once they go to the village and after Pindapata, they come back as an ordinary person. That means whatever they see in the village, and it is stealing their meditative attitude to the meditative mind. And then after he come back, and once he start to practice meditation, mind go like roller coaster. Oh, everything whatever he saw and in the mind, then he start to think about it anymore. That meditative mind not going to happen. So for you also same. Sometimes some students call and ask, "Oh, Venerable Sir, I used to come for your classes, and then I went to different state and start my job, and then I stuck there and I didn't practice. I forget that everything. And then once he fired from the job and then he come back to LA, then he called again, and then see what happened. So you'll go to some place, and because of that place, sometimes your mind start to, this incident happened is stealing your meditative mind or your practice. So that is one thing. You go with the meditative mind, from there you lose it because of many reasons, and attachment and then stealing. And another one, you go to, and the monks go to forest. In the beginning, they don't have any idea about meditation, that much strong idea. They just go and stay few days and as a vacation or rest. And then they go to village and they start to see the village life. An incident happens and maybe somebody died suddenly, or maybe some accident happened, or maybe two people fighting, husband and wife fighting each other, and maybe some, the situations happen, unpleasant situations. And the monks see that and then recognize the danger of this life. And he understand, oh, this is not going to be the same like this sometimes. Things change suddenly. things can change and the people change suddenly. Overnight people change. And sometimes you go to sleep as a husband wife. And then the next day you wake up with the becoming the greatest enemy in your life, that person. It happened. You know that. And sometimes you go to party and you meet with your best friend and you shake hand, you give a hug, and it becomes the last hug or the shaking hand or the sharing the glass that you had in that party. Why? Within few hours, the both of you become great enemies. Anymore? No. Things change. And maybe accidents happen. Maybe that person going to die. No, that's maybe this the last day you're going to sleep and and the next day when you wake up, it is another life. It happened. So then you have to understand the danger of the life. So that's why when sometimes some student asked me message, Venerable sir, why you every day say this is the last moment we going to experience in this very lifetime? Why we have to think like that? It is very negative way. No, that is the truth. The negative way is we thinking we have more time. We think, oh, we can live for a long time. That is what negativity. Why? It make you lazy. But how you know that tomorrow you're going to wake up? We don't know what will happen. So then that's why when you practice, when you sit, give your best and don't think about any other time. Just give your best thinking this is the last moment in your life. Why? Because one day, it's guaranteed, one day it's going to be true. If I say you're going to live forever, it's never going to happen. But if I tell you one day you're going to experience the last moment in this world, it's going to be happen. It's going to happen. Guaranteed. So then, who knows? It is the tonight or tomorrow or next day. So that's why when you sit for meditation, don't look for second chance. No. You have to always think it's kind of like that is the last bullet that you have for 100 enemies. That's how you have to think. So and sometimes it say when it come to vipassana, you become like a hungry teddy bear. So whatever you see, you try to get the benefit out of it. And it says in some the samurai, it say you are in a battle with the 100 enemies around you and with the empty hand, but still you have a desire to survive, not to die, not to give up. So that's the courage, that make you wake up. So if you just think this is the last moment, then you wake up. So otherwise, if you think, oh, it's going to happen maybe another few years, you're going to be here, then you're going to sleep. So that's why some monks visiting the village and they see these things and then they determine, oh, as soon as possible, I want to attain to enlightenment. With that courage, with that strength, they come back to forest. See, the first monk, they go to village and the incident, whatever they see, and it is stealing their meditative mind. And maybe when they go up in the path, they maybe whatever they see, attractive things, or maybe beautiful girl come and serve the dana, and from the very next day, he give up. It happened. There are many stories like that. And then see the next monk, he go to the village and they see the whatever the incident happened, then they think, he think, oh, this is not good to hold too much. It's better attain to enlightenment as soon as possible, and then he come back and practice meditation. And so the third monk, and he doesn't have any, he just go to forest for few days to stay there and enjoy the nature, landscape and birds, sound, beauty of or the wild animals. And then he go to village, and he also see the needs of the people. And sometimes he start to advise for farmers how to do farming, and how to gather, how to make everybody together. And then he start to organize the village, and he start to work for the welfare of the villagers. And he forget about meditation, but he enjoy that. So like that. So there are monks like that way also. That's why even in sometimes in Sri Lanka, some other country, monks are involving in the politics, and they think about the people, and they spend their whole life, sacrifice everything for welfare of the people and the nations, and they go with it. So that also one kind of, the quality in here. So the fourth one is he go with the intention to practice meditation. And then he stay in the jungle thinking about and practicing meditation and bring the fully effort to that. And then he visit the village for Pindapat or the Dana or lunch or look for food. And then he see things. And then he again encourage himself seeing that things. And he become more and more and more stronger with the meditation. So whatever he see, whatever he experience, he divert it to his purpose. Rather than allow that purpose to go away, he divert that everything and strengthen his purpose. So those are when it comes as a mental quality, so yourself, your mind. So sometimes you practice meditation, and after that you go to mall or you go to friends and party, you go to Friday night, and after Friday night one party, forget about meditation. I'll do it in next life. So people like that. And then sometimes people, practice meditation a little bit, and they have idea to find some better in their heart. But then suddenly they meet a friend. They start to dating or start to meet a friend, and then forget about meditation. I want to enjoy the life. See, he loses it. He loses, meditative mind. It's nothing wrong. Anything is not wrong. This whole worldly nature, we are part of it. Only thing we have to understand where we are in this journey. Don't personalize. Only thing is you have to understand where you are in this journey, and then from that place divert it to the right direction. That's it. This all four kind of people going to enjoy the life. Nothing wrong with anybody. Somehow, if they have the intention, somehow they will find a way to get into the right track. But somehow it is better we see in a bigger picture all these characters. So then sometimes you have no idea about meditation, you just hearing these things, and you heard it is hearing it good, doing it good, make you calm, and sometimes you think practicing make you more good. And so like that. And there's a student sent me a message that he looking meditation to become rich. And then I explained him, and then he told me, if the Vipassana not allow him to become rich, and he don't want to practice, he want to become rich. So see that, sometimes you go away from it. So it's like that. And then another way is that sometimes you have no idea regarding practicing meditation or anything, and you little bit hearing it, but when you go to the society, sometimes you break up and then you go in great suffering in life, and your all the beautiful life become kind of like a hell, and you have no option. And then somebody say, here, practice meditation, and then you come, then you find it, then you start to enter to that. That also another way. In during Buddha's time, it happened like Patachara, and she had a very luxurious life, and she was a very hard woman, and she did whatever she wanted, and always she selected whatever her idea. But she went and married and had the husband, and then finally what happened? Everything washed away, even the children washed away. And then she had no options and came back, and the parents, everybody died. Then no choice, came to Buddha. Kisa Gotami, so her child died and no option. She went to the physicians and looking for a treatment. No, then finally came to Buddha. So like that, during that time also, as a final option, you have no any choice, you come to this. That also another way. And then the other one is you keep looking and you practicing, and then you again wherever you go, whatever you see, every day you yourself ignite, you transform your all experience to your all situations to develop your practice. So that is the clear comprehension of resort. So the best way is that recognizing yourself where you are in this line, and always remember, don't allow because of any reasons to let go your meditative mind. It doesn't matter where you go, it doesn't matter whatever the people you meet, it doesn't matter whatever the the fun you have in your life. 5 minutes, 10 minutes yourself. Keep practice. Keep it as your personal practice. Make it yourself. Somehow get into practice. Find a for 5-10 minutes. Even in busy environment, if you don't find anything, go to bathroom and lock it and practice there. And sometimes I used to do that like that way also. So that's why somehow you find a way to practice and without letting it go, hold it to it. So that way you develop your mind, and in a certain level, without thoughts, your mind able to get into a point to recognize things, and by appearing, you recognize it. That is the clear comprehension. Sati sampajanya, clear perception, and without thoughts, without any disturbances, without interference of your past or the future experience. If something come to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, in that very moment, you recognize in the beginning it as it is, and that recognition will take you to recognize how things come to be as they are. That is where your conventional life going to transform to liberation. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatandarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata ca ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numudantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ettavata ca ammihi Sampadam punya sampadang sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sanpatti siddhya ettavata ammi. Sampadam punya sampadang sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.